The Red Sox introduced their new closer today, Kenley Jansen, who had an NL best 41 saves for the Braves last season, joins the Red Sox on a 2-year deal worth $32 million. It's one of the few Red Sox targets the team has actually landed this offseason, but the list of players they didn't sign is much longer. Here's a look at the free agent targets. I use that term a little loosely. Who just went elsewhere. First base, didn't sign him, Jose Abreu. Obviously, Xander Bogaerts left. You didn't get Zach Eflin. You didn't get Andrew Heaney. You didn't get Tommy Conley. You didn't get Kodai Senga. Today, John Tomase asked Chaim Bloom how much he's concerned that Boston is not right now a destination for free agents.
These guys are all individual. There's going to be different reasons why guys want to play in different places. Ultimately, we should find the guys that want to play here, and as much as we possibly can, have them here. And we definitely want to stay away from guys that don't want to be here. And if they don't, and they choose to go somewhere else, it may end up being for the best, because this can be the greatest place in the world if you love it here. And if you don't want to be here, it's going to be a tough road.
It's a nice politically correct answer. John Tomase here with us. Tomase, this used to be a place that players wanted to come. This used to be a place that opened its wallet just like the Yankees and said, we will outbid everyone. And now they're like, no, it's cool. You can go to the San Diego Padres. No, it's cool. You can go basically anywhere else. Is there any reason to feel good about what Chaim Bloom is doing?
Yeah, Trenni, so I was thinking about it on my drive home today, and what hit me was this whole thing today was depressing. It was just depressing to be in there. And you're introducing Kenley Jansen, who normally that would be a big Red Sox signing, a last piece kind of signing where we just need a closer and now you're in business. And instead you're looking at it, you're like, Bogaerts is gone. You just showed the list of guys that they didn't get. People are coming off the market left and right. I don't know if Ross Stripling's any good. The Giants signed him today. I don't know if Mike Zunino's any good. You need a catcher. He signed with the Guardians. Sean Murphy got traded. It wasn't to you. And it's just like there's nobody left. And so now we're trying to get excited about an older closer who probably signed here because nobody else was going to offer him 2 years at that kind of money, 2 and 32. And so you're just left with, where is this all headed? And so to bring it back to your original question, I feel worse. I feel worse about the state of the team now than I did when I woke up this morning. And that was already not a good place to be.
So the point that he made about you don't want guys signing here that don't want to be here, that are coming here for the wrong reasons. Yeah, I get that.
Do you want someone to sign here?
You need, well, yeah, you got to fill out the roster somehow. But here's the problem. They're not built to be a winning ball club right now. Why would you sign up to go play for the Red Sox if you're a winning player to only come to Boston and then have all of us tell you that you stink and you're not going to make the playoffs and then be mad at you anyways, even though we predicted it, and you're still in the basement when it comes August? Like, why are you going to sign up for that? So I think that's a lot of the problem right there. Plus, I think there's players looking around saying, traded Mookie Betts, let Xander Bogaerts walk. I mean, I think they're looking around and thinking that maybe it's not the best situation.
I mean, that's the problem. I don't think guys aren't choosing Boston because they're like, wow, the media can be really hard on players there. I think they're not choosing Boston because it's like, wow, what a miserable place to go right now. You are not as good as the Yankees, at least on paper. You're not as good as the Blue Jays, at least on paper. You might not even be as good as the Baltimore Orioles on paper. So why would you want to go sign with a last place team that isn't going to pay you top dollar anyway? Speaking of top dollar, Rafael Devers is set to become a free agent after next season. Can the Sox sign him to a long-term deal? Is trading him on the table if they can't? Here's what Bloom had to say about that.
I think we are probably lying to ourselves if we say anybody is truly untouchable. So I would never come out and say that, but it's absolutely not on our radar. And I recognize, again, it's all words until we can show it, but we would like to have him here for a long time.
So how confident are you that you will be able to get something done this winter, and how comfortable are you going into the season if you have?
Yeah, look, I don't know. I can tell you, we have been working hard at it. We are, I think if there is anything, I've said this in other places, but anything within reason or even somewhat beyond reason that keeps him here for a long, long time, we're going to find that path.
All right, Tomase, here's what I don't like about within reason or a little beyond reason. What reason is for the Red Sox now is not what reason used to be. So does that mean, hey, Rafael Devers, do you want 5 years and $100 million? Oh, no. Okay, cool. Just go play for someone else.
Yeah, I mean, Trenni, that's it right now. That's part of what made today depressing, just to come back to that word. Even listening to Bloom, we've heard him give a version of that answer probably 50 times since the start of last year, first in relation to Bogaerts and now in relation to Devers. And you just see where this is headed. It's headed either to him getting traded between now and the trade deadline, or him walking away for nothing in free agency, and you don't feel like him returning to the Red Sox is actually a viable, on-the-table kind of outcome for this. And what has happened? That's not what the Red Sox are. I'm not saying you need to go crazy and you need to go sign Hanley and Pablo and some of the signings that have burned them. But we're talking about homegrown superstar players. You have developed 3 of them in the last decade who are as good as anybody in baseball. Mookie Betts, MVP, Xander Bogaerts, multiple-time Silver Slugger, all of that. Rafael Devers, multiple-time All-Star, who's in his prime and only getting better. And you guys know as well as I do, the odds of him staying here are small.
Yeah, well, I hear, it's your point, Trenni. I hear within reason. So the Red Sox, what their reason is somewhere around here. Rafael Devers, when he thinks about reason, it's through the frame. Okay, it's up there. They're probably nowhere even close. By the way, I found it interesting today. I think Sam Kennedy went out of his way to say that ownership is always involved in all these things the same way they were 15 years ago. And so while we're going after Chaim Bloom a little bit right here, let's not give ownership a pass, because if they really want to sign Xander Bogaerts, they would have. If they really want to sign Rafael Devers, they will.